kitchen. Today I am making my version of cabbage rolls. Yes, cabbage rolls. They are the best. So I'm just going to get started here. Now I've already made my rice, and when usually I do my cabbage rolls, I put the rice-a-roni creamy 4 cheese. So I've already got that made up. Just go ahead and follow the directions on the back of the box. So you're going to want to make it ahead just a little bit of time. And then also back here I have some water that I had brought up to a boil, and I turned it down to low because what we're going to do is I've taken my cabbage, and you're going to want to peel each layer back off of your cabbage so you have something to roll your mixture up with. And so is what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these in the water here, and I've got it on low. I did bring it up to a boil, and we're just going to kind of put these in here and let them sit until our meat mixture is done. So they get softened up a little bit, so you can roll them up, because they don't roll too good if they're not real soft. And also I left 2 of these here out. After you take each layer off of your cabbage, they've got like a little bit of the core that goes through them, if you can see that. And is what I do is I just take this, and I'll just make like a little V here, and just kind of cut it out there, the middle. So, because you don't want that hard piece of core in there while you're trying to wrap your cabbage rolls out. So, we'll put that one in the water there. And we'll take this one out here, and then put this one in. And as you can see, they went from bigger to smaller when you unravel them. Okay, so now I have a pound of hamburger that we're going to put in this. And as you can see, I've already started to brown it up. So we're going to just turn it here and get it all nice and browned up a little bit. And then we're going to start adding the ingredients to this. So and I hope everyone's having a good Memorial Day weekend. I went to the store a little earlier and passed a cemetery down the street, and I completely forgot about it. But they were just completely filled with flowers, and everybody visiting their graves, and so that was kind of pretty to look at. And then for Mother's Day, when we had that live, me and my daughter, all the gift basket and the 2 quilts I got sent out. I believe 2 of the quilts have been delivered. Not quite sure if the basket has yet or not, but yeah, I got a reply from Susan Cooper, one of the winners on the quilt, and she just loved it. I guess it goes really good with all her decor in her bedroom, and she was just really happy to receive that. So that made me smile. And also with this video, I've got another quilt auction coming up. So here in a few, I'll show you the next quilt that I've got, and so everybody can start bidding on that. And I'll put it on my bed and take pictures of it and put it on my community page. So I think you guys will really like this one. It's got really pretty colors in it. Okay, so now we're going to turn this water back up just a little bit, so we can start steaming this cabbage up a little bit, because we don't want it all hard, you know, when we're trying to do our roll-ups. So, and also I put a few different things in my cabbage rolls than other people do, so I think you'll be really interested in it and how it turned out. Okay, so now to this hamburger, we are gonna add, I've got probably about a half a cup of onion, diced up onions that I diced up. So we're gonna put that in and mix that up really good. Also, I was going to make some homemade corn dogs. And I was going to maybe put a poll out there to maybe get some ideas on what to name them. I don't know if a lot of you guys know Joshua from the lab. I'm going to be naming these corn dogs after him. So I think I'm going to get a poll up and see, you know, if you guys have some interesting names I could name these corn dogs that I'm going to be making here. Probably within about a week or so, I think I'll put it out and see how they turn out. So, okay. Now also to this, you're going to want to add 1 teaspoon of each of what I've got here. I've got basil, paprika, thyme, Italian seasoning, and of course some of my all-purpose Greek seasoning. I've got to have that in there. If you guys have never used that, you really should get it because it just makes all your dishes taste so good. Okay, so I've got a teaspoon of basil we're going to put in here. Whew. There I go, making a mess again. And we're going to put a teaspoon of thyme in here. A teaspoon of the Italian seasoning. This is really, really good in it. I think Italian seasoning is really good in a lot of dishes that you have, your tomato dishes. Very, very good. Okay, and we are going to do a half a teaspoon of ground paprika. And I'm just going to give a little bit of some pepper here. We're going to, I don't know, maybe about a half a teaspoon maybe or so. And then our all-purpose Greek seasoning. Usually I just eyeball it, but about a teaspoon or so of the all-purpose Greek seasoning. And then a little bit of garlic salt. We're going to do a half a teaspoon of garlic salt. I don't want it real salty. No. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to mix this all up. Oh man, it smells so good right now. I wish there was like smell-o-vision, right? With the way things are going, you never know these days. Okay, that's all good and mixed up there. And then also to this, you are going to want, I've got about 1.5 cups of mixed up bell peppers. I've got red, yellow, and orange in here. So we're just going to dump them in. Mix them up really good. Oh yeah, yum. And these cabbage rolls are so good. I actually should have probably got maybe about 2 heads of cabbage, but I only got 1 because usually with about 1 head of cabbage, you're going to get about 10 pieces. to roll out your mixture with. So I'm probably going to have a lot of mixture left over, but we'll see. Turn that down to about medium low. Now that our hamburger is good and cooked. And also to this, I have a 25-ounce jar of tomato basil marinara. Now a lot of people put tomatoes, tomato sauce in theirs, but I really like the marinara. It's just really good with this recipe. Plus with the 4-cheese rice-a-roni that I'm going to put in this, oh man, it makes it so good. And it looks like we've got our water boiling a little bit here, so our cabbage leaves are softening up on us. So that is a good thing. That's what we want. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to turn that off and just let them sit in there. And then also to this, oh gosh, don't forget the garlic. You're going to want to add a teaspoon of garlic to this also. So. And that's minced garlic I've got here. Alright. Oh man, it smells so good. And if you guys haven't tried cabbage rolls yet, you know, or if you tried them and you didn't really like them, try my recipe. I think you'll be very, very surprised at how it turns out. So. My goodness. Okay, now you're going to want to put your oven on 350 degrees, and you're going to want to put these in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, now that seems to be done. We're going to shut this off. Okay. We are going to take our rice-a-roni and we are going to put it in with our hamburger mixture. And like I said, I should have really bought 2 heads of cabbage because I think I'm going to have a lot of mixture left over. But even, you know, even this here, you could probably take, you know, if you have a lot left over, you could probably maybe do something, you know, the next day. Maybe stuffed green peppers. This was quite a bit a lot like my stuffed green peppers. And I also use the 4-cheese rice-a-roni in my stuffed green peppers, and oh, they just turn out really, really good. And this here has a few different ingredients than my green peppers, but or you could probably even eat this just plain. It looks so good, you know what I mean? So, or maybe even put them in some stuffed grape leaves or something like that. That would be really good. So, all kinds of variations to cooking. Oh my gosh. There we go. Yeah. Woohoo. Yeah. Okay, we got that good and mixed up now. Alrighty, so we're going to take our first grape leaf out of here. See if we can get them out of here without breaking them or anything like that. And is what I'm going to do, I'm going to assemble them right here on my countertop. And then put them into my 9 by 13 baking dish. Now we're gonna open this marinara sauce up because you're gonna want to pour a little bit of marinara sauce on the bottom here. If I can get this open. Okay, trick number 1. Let's see. I usually take a spoon if I cannot get a lid open, and I just go around the edge of it and hit it with a spoon. Let's see. Easy, right? That's a good tip for you guys. I think you'll like that one. Okay, so we're just going to spread some sauce all the way around the bottom of here, and we are going to assemble our cabbage rolls and put them in, and then put them in the oven. Okay, let's see. Now these bigger ones, I'm going to put a little bit more in them than the smaller ones. So I'm going to try and not have any leftovers. We'll see how we do, right? Okay. So is what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take, kind of spread them out a little bit. Hope you guys can see that. Almost kind of like a burrito, I'm guessing you could say. Now I fold the sides in and then fold the top over and fold these sides in at the bottom and just kind of roll it up into a roll. And then you're going to want to stick the seam side down just like that. And then we're going to take another one. Fill this second one here. Like I said, this makes quite a bit. Yeah, I think I might have or should have bought more cabbage, but we'll see. Okay. So we're going to take the sides, kind of roll the top over, take our bottoms and kind of bring them up and put it into a roll, seam side down. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's grab another one. Like I said, I think I've only got about 10 of them, so we'll see. Okay. And I'm really anxious to do these homemade corn dogs because I've actually never made homemade corn dogs before. But I'm looking into a recipe that I've got in mind, and I'm probably going to end up doing it first before I do a video on it, so just to make sure it turns out. So, but yeah, I'm going to put a poll out there, and then hopefully you guys can give me some ideas on what to name the corn dog. A lot of people, well, a couple of people had a really good name. One was Diaz Dogs. I thought that was kind of cool. One was the Lab Dogs. That was really neat too. So yeah, so if you guys can give me some suggestions on what to name them corn dogs that I'm going to be making, that would be awesome. And also I've got a lot more recipes coming. I was going to do some homemade pickles. They're homemade bread and butter refrigerated pickles. And I think you guys will really, really like them. So, you know, you don't have to can them or anything like that. You just make them, you know, make a couple of jars at a time and put them in your fridge, and they last you. They last, you know, I believe pickles can last you up to like 6 months in your refrigerator. So, okay. So we're gonna fold this over and roll it up and bring it on in. There's kind of a little bit of a trick, you know, to rolling these up, but once you start rolling them up, I think you kind of get the hang of it. So, and it is kind of hard to when you're separating the layers, it seems like it's kind of hard to get off, but I was thinking maybe after coring the middle of the cabbage, take the core out, and then just putting the whole head of cabbage into some boiling water. I think that might even be easier to break them apart. So maybe I'll try that next time, because it seems like without boiling it at first, it's kind of hard to take off. So, but we got it done. So, okay, yeah. See, and this one here was a bigger one that was in there. So, and I like them when they're bigger because they roll up a lot easier for you. So, okay. And we've got these small ones here. Like I said, the more layers you peel away, the smaller the leaves get here for you. So, let's see if we can't do it that way. And as you can see, these ones here are a lot bigger than these smaller ones I'm going to be doing. So, just try and roll them on up. Kind of just like a burrito there. With the seam side down. Yeah. Okay, got a couple more to do. Alrighty, and it looks like I've used actually quite a bit of my filling, so that's a good thing there. There we go. Okay. And they're kind of messy. So these smaller ones you seem to have a little bit of trouble rolling up these smaller ones. But let's see if we can get it in there. There we go. But I'm still making a mess, ain't I? That's okay though. It seems like every time I cook, I make a mess. Okay, let's see. This one's going to be kind of hard because it looks like it kind of fell apart a little bit. It's got a couple of places here where it kind of tore on each side, so I'm hoping it'll stay together for me. Let's see. Looks like we'll have to put the ends in here first. Ooh. Turn it around. Bring this up. Kind of takes a little bit of skill there, but we got it. There we go. Okay. It looks like we got 2 more left to do. And I'm making a big mess here. That's okay though. Alright. This one's a little bit bigger of a one. Let's see. Put a little bit more in there. Go. And also I wanted to let everybody know if there's a recipe, you know, that you might want me to do or that you've been looking for and you haven't been able to find it. Maybe your mom or your grandma made it. Chances are I've made it, and if you would like me to do a video on it, just let me know and we'll see what we can do. Okay, now we've got one more left and we will be done. Okay, wow, it looks like I made just enough mixture because I thought for sure that I would have to have more cabbage leaves, but apparently not. It looks like it was just the perfect amount. Wow, amazing. Okay, there we go. So I guess this recipe is good for 1 head of cabbage and about 10 cabbage rolls. So we're just going to bring that up and roll this over. Whew. There we go. Nice. Okay. Got it. Didn't think we were going to make it there for a minute. Okay. Let's clean up this mess a little bit right here. Oh, goodness. Okay. Now we're going to take the rest of our marinara sauce and we are going to pour them all over the cabbage rolls. Try to get them all covered there a little bit. There we go. Oh yeah, yum. Yeah, yum, yum. They're gonna be good. Oh goodness. And then also to this, we are gonna add just a little bit of medium shredded cheddar cheese on top. So you don't want a lot, just a little bit. Like I said, you're gonna put this in a 350-degree oven for 30 to 35 minutes. Alrighty. Okay. And I am going to put this in the oven and I'm going to come back in 30 to 35 minutes and show you guys the results. And I'm also, when I come back, I'm going to show you the next quilt I've got up for auction. Hello everyone, and we are back. Now my cabbage rolls have been in the oven for 35 minutes. So we're just going to take them out here. Whew. See what it looks like. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Oh goodness, they look like really good too. Okay, so I'm going to serve one of these up and put it on a plate here for my hubby. He's in his bedroom waiting, his little man cave, waiting for dinner. So I was going to cut one of these up here and see what it looks like inside. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Oh gosh, it looks so good. I'm sure he's probably going to want more than one. So anyways, here's the end result. And oh, they smell so good. This is a really, really good recipe. I suggest you all try it. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about the quilt. I just seen it sitting over there, so just give me 1 second. Oh. So this is the next quilt I've got up for auction. And we're gonna kind of spread it out here a little bit. And it looks like it is a queen, I believe. I thought it was a double, but it's more of like a queen. So let me turn this around here a little bit and show you guys all the print on this next quilt for the next auction. It's really pretty. It's got a lot of pinks and white and some greens and some reds through it. And the hand stitching, I don't know if you guys can see that through there, right there, but it does have hand stitching all the way through it. The back is all white. So I'm going to put this on my bed and take pictures of it and put it on the community page here in a little while. And I just want to say thank you for stopping by, and if you haven't subscribed to me yet, please do, and hit that thumbs up button for me and ring that bell so you guys get my notifications. You all have a wonderful night.